Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is the boy who cried Super Saiyan here today, and I'm here with the Ola. And we were talking about this Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight, and that kind of led us to have what I wouldn't even call it a theory, more so of a prediction on what could really be happening with this Garp versus Aokiji fight. You know, what's the real implications behind it? And honestly, Ola really came up with this, so you know it's an interesting idea. So we decided, hey, let's put it on the video. So that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna let you go ahead. So you want to go ahead and start?
All right, so pretty much we were just chatting, and we started pontificating some things. So at first we were discussing Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, but then that kind of led to like a different thing where I wanted to kind of share my thoughts on One Piece. So with Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, it was like I kind of mentioned that we don't really see this trope often in real life to really know the outcome, or it's like the young upstart candidate versus the older, more seasoned veteran who maybe is retired or maybe he's like not retired. Yeah. But it's up to this older guy to put an end to this upstart guy. Some of you are familiar with the webtoon The Boxer. You kind of see this. I haven't finished it, but you kind of see, I think the character's name was Yu. He has to fight the golden-haired guy. I can't remember his name either. And it's kind of like he's a guy that was really famous, stopped boxing for a little bit, but has to come back so we can set this kid straight. So that's what I mean by this is like a movie trope. You don't see this usually take place in real life. That's why this question is so important of like who will win, because all the signs point towards like a Mike Tyson victory, or that's what all the signs that people want to should point towards a Mike Tyson victory.
Right.
But we're not really sure if that would be the case.
Everything Jake has accomplished up until now.
Yeah.
So Jake is very accomplished in his own right. He has some wins under his belt, so you can consider him like an up and coming, a rookie.
Like he is younger,
yeah.
And that's such a massive factor because it's not like Mike Tyson is 30.
Right.
It's not like Mike Tyson is 40.
Right.
He's not even 50, bro. Bro's in his 60s. Like, I'm pretty sure bro had also some medical problems too. He was just overweight not too long ago.
Earlier.
Like, I understand he's in excellent shape. Like, honestly, right now, I would even want to fight him, bro.
Facts.
But, like, I still can't dismiss the fact that Jake is younger, and this is a boxing match. So there's multiple ways to win or go about a victory,
right,
as aside to just knocking someone out. If he can just avoid being knocked out, then he's chilling.
Like I said, avoid it. Maybe he might have more stamina. Like he may be able to like take hits, and Tyson won't be able to keep them coming.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of factors that can play into it because of the age. So you really can't just like give anybody a clear victory. Like the most cliche thing to happen would be like it ends in a tie. Like that would be very cliche. I think nobody wants that. Like I think everybody's gonna want a clear winner, which I think there is gonna be. Like I feel like there's definitely gonna be a clear winner, but yeah, I mean there's a lot of possibilities and factors that play into this fight and stuff. So it's very interesting. Like our most like real life example. They say like, what do they say? Like life imitates art, or art imitates life.
Yeah, art imitates life, or they say both now. Life imitates art.
I mean, it's both now at this point. Like literally is. So it's our clearest like anime fight in real life. So like it's going to be exciting to see. Like,
so.
Definitely.
I was kind of thinking along the lines, or not thinking along the lines, but he drew a parallel to the Garp and Aokiji fight, where everyone's thinking, oh, Garp's gonna win this fight, but like Aokiji actually does end up putting him down, and it almost was kind of a draw, but Garp also low-key kind of sacrificed himself. But I have a theory. So if you're not caught up with One Piece, both anime and manga, I think this is just newer anime stuff. I don't know what episode, so you can just ignore this or skip it or whatever. But I think that Garp allowed himself to be beaten by Aokiji, that they're working together. Because I don't think Aokiji goes from fighting Akainu to be, the Fleet Admiral? Mm-hmm. Or to be the head of, all the Navy, almost the head of all the Navy. and then immediately after that decides, you know what, fuck this, and joins Blackbeard, which is almost like the completely opposite end of the spectrum.
Well, he was an admiral. And they were fighting for the title of Fleet Admiral.
So even if he had contention with the Navy, much like how Garp does, like, don't get me wrong, like, Garp probably agrees with Aokiji so much, or he agrees with him, like, wholly. That's why he started the swords, right?
Right.
Kind of to have his own, like, people that kind of hold justice the same way he does. So, that's the case. I don't think Aokiji goes from this to all of a sudden joining probably the worst pirate group he can possibly join. Because there are a few pirates that are just straight up evil, and Teach is one of them. Blackbeard is one of them. Like, they're not good people. They're not necessarily, like, pirates who don't care, or necessarily if they're good or bad. It's almost like Teach goes out of his way to do bad things. Yeah, like he's not a good guy.
He stated multiple times, like, he just wants to see the world burn. Like, flip everything on its head.
He's a true anarchist, but not anarchist in the, like, political sense. He's an anarchist in the, he wants chaos. He's like a nihilist almost. So, seeing Aokiji then join up with his crew is like a massive 180, and it just doesn't make sense unless there's some deeper plan brewing. And I don't know if this is evidence towards this or not, but when you watch the anime and Aokiji and Garp have their clash, one of the impact frames is a dap up, and it's like, yeah, you can brush this off. Like, oh, it's cool. It's a nice Easter egg. But why is that really there? Why are they high-fiving in the middle of a conflict, you know? Unless this is just a part of the plan.
They're trying to tell us.
Unless it's like, yo, like, we're going to fight. We're going to put on the show. We're going to capture you. And then once we capture you, like, you're behind enemy lines. Like, there's so many things that can happen at this point. Because I don't think Garp is out to fight yet. Like, and I don't think that Aokiji just goes and betrays everything he knows unless there's a greater purpose to it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, what? Even Kizaru couldn't bring himself to really kill Vegapunk for the sake of the Navy, right? And they were just friends, as opposed to, like, Garp, who's mentored and trained Aokiji since he was legit. So it's like, if that's the case, so Aokiji is able to abandon everything to join Blackbeard, but while Kizaru is still with the Navy, he can't even kill just one of his friends that he's known for a long time. I don't think that's the case. I think that there's something. I think in One Piece we've seen that, like, bonds are a lot stronger than that, or just it's a common trope in, like, anime in general. Like, most betrayals are usually for some deeper seated reason, rhyme, or some kind of scheme. Right. So there's a purpose to it, and I think we've seen it before in One Piece, like someone pretending to be, like, on the other side while really they were, like, working to try and forward their own agenda.
An example of that would be Robin.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's lobbying. That would be the biggest example.
So I don't have much more evidence to support my claims, but that's what I'm thinking right now.
I mean, that's what we do here. We make baseless claims.
That's what I'm thinking right now as to, like, why Garp got captured and why Aokiji is working with Blackbeard and his crew, because they're cooking something up and we don't know what it is yet.
No, there's definitely something there, and I could see that being the case. You know, we don't know. One thing that I think that we forget is just how much we really don't know about these characters. Like, I think because of the amount of time that they've spent in front of our faces, we think we have a good handle on them. But if we just take a look at, like, the last arc in Egghead, and we see, like, we got a greater understanding of Kizaru's actual personality and his goals and his mindset and everything, that changes a lot of people's perspective on his character. Same goes for Bonnie, and the same also goes for Kuma. So Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things there. Like it's a lot of nuances that I think are not being shown at this moment on purpose. And yeah, Oda definitely can be cooking up because, like I said, we've seen this a lot of times. So
Actually, that's a good point. Like, I don't think for Kuma, I don't think we really understood him until like literally just this
no,
year.
we literally didn't.
Because everyone, it's just confusion. It's like, yo, why bro save Luffy? Like, yo, why did bro save the Straw Hats and like Sabaody Archipelago? Like all these times he could have schwacked them and he never did.
How come no like how come none of the revolutionaries knew what was up with him? Like all those things, like literally his closest allies, they didn't know like why he would do what he did.
Exactly.
His motivations were unknown. So a lot of those things they play a big part into the actions of a lot of characters, and until we really know their backstory and their motivation, we don't really understand the full picture of who that character is. Yeah. I think one of our biggest examples of this right now that we're probably going to see is Shanks. I think
we've yet to get like a flashback on him.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like definitely, I feel like our perspective. I mean, okay, even if we look at Buggy and Shanks's stories are both intertwined pretty similarly.
Yeah.
And up until now, we didn't really understand we thought Buggy was purely like a gag character, and he still is, but we saw Oda kind of peel back the layers of why he is how he is, and we see oh, this guy actually had a lot of faith in Shanks, and for some reason, Shanks uncharacteristically went back on his word to, go immediately and find the One Piece. And that hurt Buggy and kind of led him down well, I was going to say a bad path, but bro's a Yonko now, so I guess he turned out all right. But
yeah,
definitely it diverted where he would be in his life. I think I mean, it was already stated by Buggy himself. If it wasn't for that, if Shanks was purely just gonna go after the One Piece after Roger died, Buggy would have never have disconnected from Shanks and probably would have been on his crew and a key member.
I get
you. Things happen because of that one decision, and we don't know why Shanks made that decision. Obviously, we can speculate. It was probably something that Roger told him. Whatever.
I mean, honestly, he probably, from a realistic standpoint, Buggy was probably just being emotional. He's like, yo, let's go after this now. While Shanks was relax, we're not ready.
Right.
in real honesty.
Right, definitely. That's what I'm saying. Shanks definitely had a deeper reason as to why he didn't want to go, and Buggy couldn't understand that though, and I feel that's because we don't really understand everything that Shanks is really dealing with and what he's going through. So yeah, definitely as much as we think we know a character, there's always another layer that can be peeled back to reveal why they're truly acting how they're acting. So
exactly. So
with a good writer like Oda, anything is really possible.
Yeah. So the mystery is definitely there with Aokiji, and also with Garp too, because if someone's being held prison, if someone's being held captive in any kind of medium, and they're showing that character actively being held captive, your first thought is always, oh, this man's gonna break out, and literally every time.
I mean, I think Garp literally took on not the entire crew, but
most of the
damn near most of the crew by himself. So it's what's stopping bro? Some chains, unless there's sea prism chains,
But do sea prison chains affect you if you don't have a devil fruit?
They affect you in terms of them.
But Luffy was still
being unbreakable.
But Luffy was still just straight up weight training, while he had his on, and
those
he has
were
a devil
stated
fruit.
not to be fully sea prism. However,
and he has a devil fruit though.
Yeah, he does have a devil fruit. So they don't affect you in terms of sapping your strength if you don't have a devil fruit.
Yeah,
but they're just unbreakable. But it's okay, he doesn't have his arm.
He's just gonna kick him, bro.
Exactly.
He's gonna pull a Sanji.
Yeah. So yeah, Garp might actually be where he wants to be right now.
Yeah.
So Yeah, it's a lot
Or
of things.
Aokiji wants him to be too.
Yeah.
Or maybe they haven't discussed a plan yet,
Right.
but Aokiji will go to him and be like, yo, I have a plan.
Exactly.
Because no way Blackbeard trusts him, bro. There's no way Blackbeard trusts him. Like, so many times in One Piece, we've seen characters kind of use affiliations for their own personal gain.
Right.
Like, that's why Law joined the Seven Warlords. That's why most people join the Seven Warlords.
Right.
Boa Hancock's joined so that the island of Amazons can be protected.
Right.
Or Doflamingo's joining so they can turn a blind eye to his freaking like his underworld, his criminal syndicate.
Yeah.
So it's like no one is really fully and truly dedicated to anything.
Yeah.
Unless that dedication is like their own like intimate crew. But even a crew like Blackbeard's is a crew that resembles a lot more like what Rocks did Rocks, which people there, they only stayed there because of Rocks. Like all of them were almost beefing with each other entirely.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's why as soon as he was beaten, they all split up. They didn't stay together.
There was nothing keeping them together.
So honestly, there's a lot of personal interest.
Right.
And then people align themselves to then further their personal interests too often. So the fact that Aokiji is there, really, I think there's something brewing there. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But there's got to be something there. There's got to.
And on that note of waiting, it looks like we're probably gonna have to wait for some time now due to Oda's condition that we just learned about. And you want to give your thoughts on that?
Honestly, it's sad because like I think it stems from like the stuff with Kenti Miura, author of Berserk. It's like, and even other scares with like the author of Hunter x Hunter. It's like whenever any artist is under like that kind of duress, the fans are under duress too because, of course, they care about the artist. Like that's an important part as well. But also they care about the story so much, and they want to get this artist's full vision and plan delivered to them. So they don't want necessarily someone else to even take the reins, even if they are gonna complete the job. They want this person to be able to finish it and be able to get to the end of it. So it's I'd say it's scary. Like it kind of makes you worried that you're not even concerned about, because some people are concerned about, will I even get to see the end of One Piece or things like that. But now it's a matter of, will this author even be able to like get to the point where they can finish writing it?
Right.
And of course, there's still hope. Like he's not as old, or he's not too old, so he'll be able to recover. But each of these is like a mini scare. It's like it makes your heart race a little bit, that kind of thing. But
I saw somewhere, and it was saying like the average lifespan of a mangaka is 68.
Well, they do go through a lot of stress. Yeah. So like, I kind of mentioned it like earlier to you, I think.
Yeah.
That amongst the people that get really rich and famous, mangakas their job doesn't really change.
Yeah.
They do this almost the same amount of work a lot of the times, if not more, because they're probably involved in a lot more projects now than just like the whatever was consuming their time, which was already making the manga. So it is wild.
It just goes to show you, like, you know, it's a lot of things going on that we as fans don't really take into account. And, like, with situations like these, like, it's just kind of unfortunate, like, when it's like you have so many people that look to One Piece, or look to these series, not even just One Piece, but look to these series as a source of entertainment or, like, escape in a way, and like because of these work conditions, like their happiness is almost put in jeopardy. And that sounds like kind of trivial, but like you got to look at like how many people that these stories touch. Like look at Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball has touched countless people, multiple generations, and even after everything, we still ended up losing Toriyama, and we weren't even aware, for the most part, that he was dealing with, a lot of the issues he was dealing with. And I kind of suspected that Oda was like going through some things just because like, you know, he's been taking a lot of breaks recently, and especially like after what happened with Toriyama, I'm like, okay, if this guy is like, if he's dealing with something, like, it's a good chance that they won't even tell us, which I feel like is a little bit unfair. But I understand.
It's fair. I think the Japanese are a little bit more private. I think some authors like to include what they're going through in their manga.
Yeah.
But of course some don't. So it all depends. But
yeah. I just feel like a lot of people would be like sympathetic to his situation if they really understood it. That could be a cultural thing, but I don't know. But yeah, it's just unfortunate at the end of the day. Hope that he can get better, not just for, you know, the story, but just in general.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know, we have faith that he'll you know, he'll
pull through.
Yeah, he'll pull through. And I mean, until then, we're going on a hiatus. I was already like kind of tripping, like I saw like, because I basically thought this was like when the anime got like when it was told that the anime was going to be going hiatus.
Yeah.
I originally just saw One Piece on hiatus. I was like, bro, no, like. Then I saw anime. I was like, I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
So you went through the same thing twice.
But now it's like,
manga,
bro, what the heck? Like, so no anime and no manga. It's crazy.
It's gonna be like what is it called? Lobotomy Kaizen. When all the JJK fans just go crazy because JJK goes on hiatus, so they'll become brain rot. Yeah. So that might happen to One Piece. Nah, that doesn't really happen to One Piece. But it'd be crazy if it did too. Man. I'd love the memes. That'd be hilarious.
But yeah, all you know, prayers to him. Hopefully he can get better. We want to see him recover.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's pretty much what we have for you guys today. So yeah, guys, big announcement. So my cousin here, he's almost at 1,000.
When is this gonna drop though? Because like
it's gonna drop soon. I'm probably gonna drop it like either today.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at it today, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, so you guys, he's almost at 1,000. He might be at 1,000 by the time this video is out.
Yeah, let me check how many we are away. Let's see. We are currently 13 subs away from 1,000.
Yeah, so currently 13 subs away. So let's get him to 1,000. Let's try and get him to 1,000. It's not even that hard, bro. Like it's literally not. Like, so let's do it. His content is great. I know I said I would put it in the last episode, but I didn't put it in. I put it in there actually, but the video ended up getting copyrighted because I forgot to take down the music. So,
oh shit!
Yeah,
that's so weird. Like, if you're posting a YouTube video on YouTube with music, it's not allowed. But if you use a short and you have the music in there, it's okay. Like, I don't understand how that works. Hey man, maybe it's because the AdSense works differently. Maybe, or the views on the shorts counts towards the views on YouTube for the video. But I don't know.
I couldn't tell you, man. I couldn't tell you. But the video ended up getting copyrighted, so I had to edit that part out. But I'm gonna put it. You guys are gonna see this in this episode. I'm gonna make sure to add it in there. So definitely get bro, because I know a lot of you guys are probably looking trash right now. So you know you still got time to turn things around before the summer starts. This is when it's your winter arc, bro. You're talking about training arcs.
It's the winter arc.
Before, think of this as your winter training arc. So come out of it looking great, looking chiseled, you feel me? You know, pulling baddies by the time you're done with all of this. Hey, man.
You should get some sponsors too, bro. You get some good promotions.
Yeah, man. So go ahead and follow bro. Follow him. Check his channel out, you know. Go on this journey with him. You'll definitely like not regret it. So
appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Let's get him to 1,000. I mean, we know, you know, he deserves it or whatever. He's put in the work, and yeah, proud to see where he's come, and looking forward to see where he's gonna go. So, with all that being said, that brings us to the end of today's episode. And yeah, you guys have a good one.
Take it easy.
All right.